Do you have a My Player build that you're proud of? Share that build with us on social media using the hashtag 2KTVBuild, and you might be featured on a future episode.
And next week, we're talking defense. Mike Wang returns to talk more My Player builds, and this time it's all about getting stops, so you won't want to miss it.
Until then, enjoy the game.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Paul George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball, and Donovan said, "I saw guys making millions, staying humble and grounded. I also saw the other side. So I try to treat people right. I grew up that way, and the NBA doesn't change it." Kevin, he's showing as much as he's talking about it.
What a great guy. DA, thank you for that. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. DeRozan out there with Tatum. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Smart, and it's Collins in at the 5. And for Portland, they've got Anthony Conley out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Paul George, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. Now here's George. Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
Mitchell passes to Collins. He kicks it to Tatum. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Conley's running. Stolen by Collins. Pass to DeRozan. Mitchell outside. Here's Tatum. Tatum with another miss. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And it's Mitchell missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Powell dishes to George. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Anthony. Now Whiteside. DeRozan defending. Portland again missing.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Now here's George. He had 31 points in the win against Phoenix.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Here's Powell. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to George. Portland no good that time either.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim. And now a look at Jason Tatum. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 20th in scoring. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league. A tireless worker on the offensive end. And it's no wonder he's top 20 in points.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
The quick feet of DeRozan really helped him as he was able to take away space and contest that shot. Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm. That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Conley feeling it out. Over Smart. But they get it back. Poked away. Stolen by Collins. And DeRozan throws it down.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Conley kicks to Powell. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Right side against Collins. 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The pass to Tatum. Releases. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Collins passes to DeRozan. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. DeRozan passes to Collins. Count it, good.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Pass to Whiteside. Conley kicks to George. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
John Collins is one of those guys. When he leaves the floor, he just keeps going up.
Now here's Conley. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. Dishes to Carmelo. Smart against Conley. 6 to shoot. Over Tatum. Conley's shot is off.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Anthony. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Powell, no one around him.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backcourt. That has been key.
And it's DeRozan missing. Trailblazers trail by 5. Conley with a wide open look. Frames the jumper to finish the break.
Mike Conley is incredible in transition, using his ridiculous speed to beat everyone down the court.
Mitchell looking it over. Smart against Conley. Whiteside sends it back, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Goran Dragic is checked in for Portland. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Rose is checked in. Shot clock at 5. Here's Collins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know, Goran Dragic has a tight handle. Really allows him to get anywhere on the court he needs to be.
Outside Collins. Mitchell outside. Pass to Tatum. Over Anthony. The Grizzlies with another miss.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Rose. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The three from George. But they recover it. Here's Whiteside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Collins has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Passes it to DeRozan. Over George. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Shoots over DeRozan. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Now, here's Baines. Cans the 12-footer. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Gibson. Back to Caldwell Pope. Over Hood. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Memphis leading. Rose scanning the floor. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Dragic. Kicks it to George. Lets it go with a 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Now, Ingles. Paul George missing from long range. Now Dragic. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
He dishes it to Gibson. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
And the basket by Ingles. Trailblazers trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Dragic. A shot off that time. Collins with some nice D.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free and to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game. People were really generally happy for Derrick Rose.
.137 left to play here in the first. Hood against Caldwell Pope. To end the drought. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that he knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And it's Rose with the ball for the Grizzlies. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. The dish to Ingles. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 3. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 5th in steals and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
A rare bad trade by the San Antonio Spurs. Dragic was their second-round pick in 2008. They traded his rights to the Suns for a player who didn't even make the roster.
And Goran Dragic drops them both. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Hood. It's stolen by Dragic. .27 seconds left in the first quarter. The pass to Gibson. Here's Vanderbilt. He's covered by Rose. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by Memphis. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
On its way from Rose for 2. No good on his first attempt of the game. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front, up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke about the team's progress.
Everybody had their expectations of what we should be or will be, but at the end of the day, we got to be able to focus on us. Obviously we went through a little bit of a rough patch. We're still figuring things out, but we can make adjustments and continue to build. And I think we're playing great basketball. I think we're doing things that.
And Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Smart, Aaron Baines out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Rose, and it's Hood, and at the 3 spot.
2 shots.
That one is off. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And it's tied up with that one. Grizzlies shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Rose. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the evening. The free throw drops for Rose.
Derrick Rose, the former Memphis Tiger, has a great combination of speed and athleticism.
Rose against Conley. Here's the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Conley's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Outside Rose, over Caldwell Pope. That one rolling around and rims out. Portland trailing here. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
Gibson against Smart. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And stolen by Hood. Left side, Smart. It's not going to go for him. Dragic with some nice D, and they're moving it up. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Here's Baines. Great D that time from Gibson. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Outside Rose. Pass to Smart. Got a hand on it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Grizzlies have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the 2nd quarter got underway. The kick out to Rose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Tatum, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rodney Hood. And it's Mitchell in for Rose. Whiteside kicks to Powell. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell against Conley. Now, here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Portland leading. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Outside Conley. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Anthony. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Grizzlies shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Lets it fly, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house. That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rose up and drained the transition 3.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner, and in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Back to Conley. Lets a floater go, and they pick up 2. Conley's got the lead back up to 4 now for Portland.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. DeRozan on the wing, guarded by Powell. Down low. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Smart.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
Now here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Dragic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And here is Powell. Last game, 26 points, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his 1st foul of the game. Outside Dragic. Back to Conley. From outside the arc, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists in the game. Tatum on the wing. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
George is checked in for Goran Dragic. Mitchell passes to Tatum. Baines high post. DeRozan for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. DeRozan's got 5 now.
This is not DeRozan's natural range, but through hard work, he's making more and more of these.
Outside Conley. Inside Anthony. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Mitchell kicks to Tatum. DeRozan scanning the floor. Mitchell outside. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
You watch Mitchell's shot. The mechanics, the footwork, the elevation, all working in harmony.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
John Collins, he's checked in for Memphis. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They lead by 4. Outside, George. Here's Anthony. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, late in the season, we're seeing playoff teams resting their star players. Any excuse for lottery teams, Greg, doing the same?
Not as far as the league is concerned. I mean, if they're
right,
healthy,
exactly.
what's the goal? I mean, throwing away games is not acceptable.
No. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Anthony.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Anthony against Smart. Anthony with the block. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Here's Tatum. He's coming off a 31-point game against Orlando. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, a tough matchup. Donovan Mitchell is too explosive, too strong, and he's only going to get better.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
Portland leading by 4. Conley with it. He's got 9. He kicks to George. Six on the shot clock. The tray. Grizzlies with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 8 now on the night. DeRozan passes to Smart. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Nice play by Donovan Mitchell. You love a guard who can take it up strong, take the bump, and still convert.
The Grizzlies shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Rose is checked in. And the free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
On the wing, Mitchell. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 5 assists in the game. And it's Conley with the ball for Portland. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Conley.
The 4th pick in the 2011 draft, it took getting stronger and improving the shot to make Conley one of the better all-around guards in the game.
And Conley drops them both. Now, here's Mitchell. 14 points for him. Pass to Collins. Back to Mitchell. Passes to Tatum. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Whiteside kicks to Conley. Now the pass to Powell. Now George. Back to Powell. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Powell's got 5.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Rose finds Tatum. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 8.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Conley, the pass to George. Looking to get back on track here. It's Powell on the wing. The three-pointer, no good. Memphis has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. The kick out to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's George. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Rose. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Kept alive.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Anthony. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Kicks to George. For three. And Tatum pulls it down.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And there's the strength we talk about with DeRozan, converting through contact. Absolutely terrific.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Dragic comes in for Michael Conley. Memphis also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Rodney Hood subbed in for Mitchell.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Now here is George. 5 points in the game. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 8 points.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points. Even though he's been a 20-point scorer for almost a decade, it seems everyone wants more from DeMar DeRozan. Big fella, is that a fair take from fans?
You know, with analytics taking over, I think people complain about the lack of three-pointers he makes. But to me, 20 points a night is 20 points a night. It's simple math. 32 plus 2 is 5.
True. DeRozan's still an efficient scorer, Ernie. And if you don't want that flashy guy running around, but you want an efficiency, you get it from DeMar DeRozan. 2 plus what? I just caught that.
2 plus 2 is 6. You heard me.
No, it's 5.5. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Conley, Anthony out there with Paul George. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Now, here's Mitchell to the middle. It's stolen by Anthony. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Here's George. Oh, wow!
Young fella.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Memphis has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Smart kicks to Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Anthony. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. And so Tatum nails them both.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
Conley against Smart. Back to George. 2 points. That one goes. George has got the game tied up here for Portland.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Whiteside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Smart on the wing. Covered by Conley. Conley against Smart. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Powell against Mitchell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Collins. He kicks it to DeRozan. To the paint. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Count that one. And now a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Collins trying to break free. It's good. DeRozan's got 10.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tatum against Anthony. Here's Whiteside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Whiteside's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Mitchell passes to Tatum. Baines. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on DeRozan.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
For Portland, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Throw good, Paul George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
So he gets them both. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Moment now to see the numbers for Hassan Whiteside. He's around 10 points per game, 14 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
All shots he's changed just by challenging them. Such a luxury to have someone like this as your last line of defense.
Now here's Tatum.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Here's DeRozan. Paul George making his last shot. It's DeRozan with the drive. And finished off by DeRozan.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Tatum. George, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
DeRozan passes to Mitchell. Down low, here's Smart. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Here's George. Great D that time from Tatum. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to DeRozan. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists in the game.
When DeRozan senses he's on a roll, he becomes hyper-aggressive.
Now here's Anthony. The deep 3 from George. From beyond the arc and then some. George has got 13 points in the second half.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Outside DeRozan. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
The 3 from Tatum. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. George against DeRozan. Outside for George. Pass to Powell. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To end the run, Tatum drives in.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
Conley dishes to Carmelo. Here is Whiteside. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Conley kicks to Powell. Shot clock at 6. A rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the double team from Whiteside. Baines with no one around. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 6 assists here tonight. Trailblazers leading by 7. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. So for the Trailblazers, Taj Gibson's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Dragic in for Mike Conley. Then for the Grizzlies, Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Jason Tatum. Rodney Hood comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Smart.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Now here's Anthony. Outside Dragic. Now George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. And that'll be his third foul so far. Anthony, the pass to Dragic. Hood against Powell. 5 to shoot. Outside Gibson. That's tipped.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
And here's Dragic following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Anthony. He hits both from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
DeRozan against George. They get the rebound.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
And then jammed down as he goes right over Baines.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
And here is Baines. He has 5. DeRozan for 3. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
And there's the pass to Baines. To the middle. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Hood.
And the muscle Hood has is what allows him to hit these shots. Even when he gets roughed up, he toughs it out.
Dragic finds Anthony. Back to Dragic. Anthony right side. George double teamed. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shots good by Gibson.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Now here's Rose. 6 points for him. And there it is for him. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sick handles from Derrick Rose. Off the dribble, he's pretty good.
Dragic kicks to George. Shot from 6. Anthony, the pass to George. Here's Powell. Over Hood. Trying to get open is Gibson. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 14 points.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
Pass to Ingles. Outside DeRozan. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Baines. And no good. Great D that time from Gibson. And it's Dragic with the ball for Portland. Pass to Powell. Now here's Anthony. Looking for George. He gets it there. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Collins checked in for Aaron Baines. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now, here's Ingles. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And DeRozan kicks to Ingles. Hood for 3. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Aggressive move by Ingles. Has good size out of the backcourt. Able to challenge you inside.
For Memphis, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Ingles.
And what we're seeing lately from Ingles, he's a two-way threat, has the size, length, and instincts to affect both ends of the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Portland leading by 8. Outside Dragic. 1:25 left to play in the third. Three-pointer. Not going to go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And DeRozan throws it down.
Tremendous vision D-Rose has. Always finding ways to make an impact.
Outside Anthony. Kicks it to Powell. George, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Up top, DeRozan, defended by George. And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got 10 points in just the second half.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Trying to get open is Gibson. Chalk up 2 there. Anthony's got 8.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's DeRozan. 18 points for him. Outside Collins. Powell against Hood. Tries again. Powell with the steal. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Portland. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 8. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got DeRozan. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Derrick Rose.
Oh! Unbelievable. The size and strength of Whiteside. So light on his feet.
Rose dishes to Collins. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. That one wide left.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
But they'll get another chance. George looking over the floor. To the inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Memphis making a change here. Tatum's checked in. The free throw drops for Powell. Rose with the ball. Mitchell outside. Ingles against Anthony. Now here's Ingles. 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. Powell with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Ooh, tough-minded. I love the concentration right there. Potential and one for Gorn.
Michael Conley. He's checked in for Powell. And that one falls for Dragic. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 16-point game, and it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Rose. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. George against Ingles. Clock at 6. Over George.
An incredible defender. Paul George's combination of quickness and length helps alter many shots.
Conley gets the bucket.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Grizzlies. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Mitchell against Dragic. Will it go? It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Shot clock at 5. And here's Anthony for 3.
An incredible defender. Smart can provide help as well as stick you one-on-one.
Ingles finds Mitchell. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Whiteside against Tatum. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And he gets it back. He blocks it again. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
Conley against Smart. Conley, the pass to George. Inside. Collins with some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Dragic comes with the double team, trying to get something going. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Dragic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Whiteside inside. He's guarded by Collins. Outside, Smart. Passes it to Collins. George against Ingles. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Dragic kicks to Conley. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
There's the pass to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Portland.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
George against Ingles. A nice shot by George. George has got 29.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And here's Tatum for 3. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Joe Ingles. DeRozan against George.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Throw good, Paul George. And George drops them both.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Down low, here's Tatum. That shot off. Good work defensively by Anthony. And here's Portland. They're on a 17-6 run. Conley, the pass to Whiteside. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Here's DeRozan. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Dragic has got 6 rebounds in the game. George. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
That free throw good from George. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think, let's be honest, it makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's DeRozan. There's another block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Conley against DeRozan. Right side, Conley. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from George. The offensive rebound. Good D by Mitchell.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
To halt the run, and Anthony sends it back. And now the fast break, George with the ball. Outside Conley. And DeRozan sends it back.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Portland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. And Bazemore kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Dragic from past the arc. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Hood, the pass to Smith. Dishes to Baines. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Hood drives in. Fires the three. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. I remember it like it was yesterday. And stolen by Hood. And it's Memphis on the break. Smith with the ball, and that one is good. Smith's got his first points in this one.
This is when Ish is at his best, in space and in transition.
Dragic dishes to Šarić. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Dragic. And here is Šarić, covered by Baines. Clock is at 3. Fades away. Chris with the rebound. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The change of pace element that Smith brings, he's a tricky cover, which can lead to these kinds of fouls.
Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. Reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing. You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Simons in for Goran Dragic. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Simons. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Bazemore. He dishes it to Batum. The shot missing. Smith with the defensive effort. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And a wide open look for Hood. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Bazemore against Hood. Smith on the wing. Here's Baines, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Vanderbilt, passes it to Bazemore, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now Smith. Out to Smith. Here's Chris. They get it back. The dish now to Ingles. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and it led to the win. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.